let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
First play is to the air. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Get up. 79 Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Come back team. Ready?
From the gun, Milrow. Caught by Elijah Arroyo. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Rodgers. Ready?
Milrow from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Walker now from the gun. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
And the Seahawks, first down.
19 Lions.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Panthers.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively.
That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, we'll all be watching that one.
He misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking. Score stays at 6-0. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. No return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the air to start us off. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun, Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it will be a 1st down, Texans. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Well, much credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 3rd and 15. You don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. And they just get the play off. He's got it downfield near the edge. That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 6-0. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score.
Here we go. 18. What's up? Hey! Hey, uno more. Buggy.
From the red zone on 1st.
That's why the
Texans can take the lead here in the 2nd. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans literally won up that opening touchdown drive, as they take a 7-6 lead here. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milrow. He brushed him off with ease. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
This is Walker on second. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Tag! 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Staying with Walker.
Like, you have to play the second pass. This is what I got in the game for? Come on, bro.
Just know how to keep the drive moving. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done. He's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on first. Steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Milrow looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
The best defenses, you go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the
Look
line.
at my dog. Look at my dog in here.
Throwing
I
on
couldn't
3rd
even
down,
sleep with my
Stroud.
fucking dog in.
Lasers this one deep down the middle. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were.
And he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans grow their lead to 8.
Seahawks 6.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Get up. Buffalo, 70 Lions. Hey, Smash.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Throwing here. Milrow. Right side. Shaheed's got it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Offense up to the line fast.
Seahawks
18, Pioneer.
1st and 10 at the
70 Rangers,
41-yard
70
line.
Rangers. Mustang 19. Ready.
Milrow with it on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in a hurry up here.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 31-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Trap 60, trap 60.
Here's Milrow to throw. Throw deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Elijah Arroyo, the target on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Tap
To the air, Milrow. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he's going to score a pick six, touchdown, Houston. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowballed.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. To be a rookie quarterback in Aspect, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Shaheed now to return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Ready? Count, go.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10. Milrow now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Third and long. Here's Milrow. Diving. It looks close. They say he caught it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A big gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Trying for it with Milrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And goes to the hurry up here. Here's Stroud on first and 10.
Oh,
9-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With your route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans grow the lead now to 22 points.
Seahawks 6.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 18, 79 Broncos.
First down throw here from Milrow. This is Cox. That's Cox. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Milrow from the gun. Flush down now to his left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried to find Elijah Arroyo, and we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Let's go.
From the gun, Milrow. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. Took off with it again. And that's a touchdown. At least for the moment, Brock. But there's a flag out there. I think that they might wipe this one away. Well, you never want a penalty to take a touchdown off the board, but nobody to blame but himself here. This one's on him.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you point a finger at somebody else, there's 3 pointing right back at you, and in this case, it was all on him. Just losing sight of where he was on the field, and he and his team lose a touchdown.
So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's 2nd and long.
Cowboy 80.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Buys time, rolling right. Intercepted in the end zone. Christian Harris picks it off.
Okay, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Texans to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go. 18, let's hit. Hey, south. 19 Texas. Look to high.
From his end zone, it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. He's back to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Back to throw it. He's looking deep once again. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the 2nd half. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
There's always a little competition on a football team to see who's going to make the hands heat. Right, those defensive guys say, hey, listen, I'm not a receiver with bad hands. I got good hands. Well, this is the ultimate test of it right here, Kate. Who makes the hands team? Those are the ones that are the most trustworthy to go finish these games, to go get those onside kicks, and to go finish that phase of the game out.
Go.
1st and 10, around to mix it. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Tony.
Stroud off the play fake. Hits him on the out route. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 12 on that one. It'll be first down, Houston.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
All right. At 18. Buggy.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Cut near the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal. Offensive line fast.
First and goal, Houston.
Design quarterback run here. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Before they can get the extra point away, the clock runs out. This is going to back them up 5 yards. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. And they just lost track of the play clock entirely there as that backs up this extra point. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Things going well so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks start their second half with some needed points. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question.
And they pick him off again. Jimmy Ward has it. And he gives them a fraction more breathing room out to the 3-yard line. Dixon to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun now, first round. Left side into the hands of Dell. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. And that play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop the hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, Stroud. Forced out to his right. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
Yo, I just got to mute my shit because I'm playing music and I'm streaming.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Second and 10, Stroud the throw. Puts some air under it, deep down the left. He's got it inside the 10. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans keeping the ball.
This shit harm me, bro. Nigga keep not jumping for the pick.
Oh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans grow their lead yet again.
Yeah. I'm really losing because I'm watching the other game. I wasn't focused, but I try to lock in, but it's kind of too late. If you watch the first quarter, you see the time going on and shit. I wasn't paying attention.
Run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up.
All right.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Throwing from the gun. In the hands of Fulton, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Working quickly here.
18 Rattler.
Here he goes, third and long. Connection made to Shaheed. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
First and 10
Come
at
on,
the
come on,
32-yard line.
Milrow with it on first. This is cut at the 9. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
5 more yards. That's another
Cut
Seahawks
19! Cut
first
19!
down.
Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Super Cup the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Gronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball's going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He fought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
19 Texans.
Stroud now on 3rd. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Quick, right? Hey, uno. Buggy. Look the hot. 11.
Stroud going to go for it. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. They've got first down here from the 36.
White Tony.
Stroud. This is reeled in downfield by Schultz. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They got 21 yards on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
21 yards. First down, Texans.
A give left side. Here's Mixon. And get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's 2nd down now.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Now it's Stroud. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans put up even more points in a win. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans continue piling onto this lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. First down now. Ball at the 33.
Ready? 19 Lions. Ready?
Shotgun now for Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
To the left and pulled in by Cup. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 33-yard line.
Come on. Buffalo 18, Cowboys.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. Flushed out of the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. And you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Let's go. Go.
3rd and long. Here's Milrow. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's 4th and pretty far.
Dragon 60. 18 Cardinal.
Desperation time here. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
The go for it on 4th down, it's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. It's not like we've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Texans keep running away with this. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans continue adding on to that lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
18, Stephanie. Panther 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Milrow from the gun. Escapes out to the left. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First down throw here from Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19.
70 Buffalo 18. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. Trying to push deep downfield. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense. Sign sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Third and long for him here. This is caught inside the 15. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Drops back. Needs an open man. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, up.
They're going play action. Escape, and it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Seahawks making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt, but hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win, but this is a time where you work on things.
And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans running them out of the building. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. You got to take credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Throwing now, Milrow. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. Stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
Hurt. Cougar 19.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. And they pick him up again. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. New set of downs for him from the 31.
On the quick.
18. Hey, uno more.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. That is Nick Emenwari.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Take over first and 10
Bronco 80.
at the 47-yard line.
Hey, smash. Broncos.
deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The incompletion. They come up on 2nd and 10.
Go street. 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Rig! Rig!
Milrow now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Headed out right. That's the line he's going to run for it. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running room. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Tony. Oh.
They're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is cut. He's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure, you're not sure. Everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field. But that's exactly what the defense just did.
They're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Tony. Hey, uno.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Hey, Buggy.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Texans continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Tank Dell, the touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans tack on 7 more to their lead.
Seahawks 26.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. He's got the squiver. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
All right, 1 more snap to play here.
Panther 11. Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk set. Rig alert. 70 Rangers. 70.
Here he goes, 1 final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. So the Texans come away with the road win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Seattle.